Alrighty, g'day everybody, it's the Doga! It is now time for the next installment of the AC/DC album review series. We have finally arrived in 1995, which means we've finally reached the first album to be released in my lifetime, that being Ballbreaker, which was released in September of 1995, I believe, just a couple of weeks before I turned 2. Can't remember the exact date, but I know it was towards the latter half of September. This was also the first album to feature Phil Rudd in the band again after a 12-year absence, his first recording since Flick of the Switch back in 1983. This one has 11 songs, and we start off with the first single off the album, Hard as a Rock, which was a regular during the Ballbreaker tour and also reappeared during the Stiff Upper Lip tour. Definitely one of the better songs on the album. I wish this one was still in the set list nowadays, it still rocks. But I'm not so fond of the next one, Cover You in Oil. It's a bit weird, don't know why they chose this to be a single over in Europe, but not here. But it was promotionally. Definitely the tone on this album is much different compared to the Razor's Edge. The commercial side is pretty much gone. You've got tracks like The Furor, which is the next one, definitely more bluesier sounding overall, this entire album compared to that of the previous effort. Boogeyman is the next one. Probably the slowest song in the whole album. Definitely a well recorded song. Definitely it was a good choice to use during the tour as Angus's strip song, which replaced Jailbreak, which had been used since the Rock in Rio tour in 1985, the beginning of that year. And the Honey Roll, which is the next one. That one's not too bad. Could be, I don't know, the band seemed to really shine up the blues as well as the funky side, definitely compared to the Razor's Edge, which definitely sounded very different. Side 1 of the album concludes with Burn It Alive. Another sort of slow one, not as slow as Boogeyman, but definitely much more relaxed compared to some of the other tracks. And side 2 opens with Hail Caesar, which was the second single off the album. Also appeared in the tour set list. My parents were not able to go to that year's tour as we didn't have the money at the time, which is a shame though. I know a lot of people are not fans of the next track, Love Bomb, but I think it's pretty good. Bit weird lyrics at times, but otherwise it definitely works well for this album. You say the same for the next one, Caught With Your Pants Down. I think that one should have been played live. Probably the fastest track on the whole album. Definitely rocks along, kind of like the old AC/DC at times. It shows the band who are now in their 40s and 50s could still hard rock with the rest of them. I mean, this is 1995, so we're already removed from the height of grunge's popularity, and some hard-hitting rock and roll is exactly what the world needed at the time. Whiskey on the Rocks brings the tempo down a bit more, and another heavy blues influence, and wouldn't be surprising if there was a bit of whiskey going down during the sessions, probably only Brian, because at this stage Malcolm was no longer drinking, and Angus never drinks, really. Maybe one drink, that's about it. And of course, the album concludes with the title track, Ballbreaker. During the tour, of course, Brian Johnson got up on the wrecking ball and sang the first half of the song before getting down during the guitar solo, which can easily be seen on No Bull. All in all, this album's roughly just short of 50 minutes or so. In my opinion, it's definitely not one of their better albums, but it's definitely a return to what they wanted to try and get back to now that Phil Rudd was back in the band again. But the production, Rick Rubin wasn't exactly popular. Always demanding endless takes, and often working on the Red Hot Chili Peppers at the same time didn't help, so that's why Mike Fraser is the co-producer. But I might have to give this one a 7 out of 10, mainly due to the fact that it just doesn't have the same energy that the Razor's Edge had. Could have been produced better, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Either way, that is it. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below on your opinion of the album, and of course, if you're new, be sure to subscribe to the Be a Good Dogger YouTube channel. I will be back eventually. Next time's the Doga saying have a wonderful day, and I shall see you again.